Hello, welcome back to the woods. And welcome back to another Army Surplus Bushcraft Bargains. Now you, like me, probably own one of these. A windproof smock of some description. It might be an Army Surplus one, it might be one of the more designer ones that you get out there nowadays, the likes of File Raven, or perhaps one of the Helicon Techs, either their Woodsman's Anorak or their Pilgrim smock. Either way, these seem to make up a fairly standard part of a bushcrafter's wardrobe. And why wouldn't they? It's an excellent item. Yes, it does what it says on the tin. It's windproof, so it helps to keep the wind out. It's also a very good environmental layer in that it protects you from the environment, whether it's vegetation or insects or just dirt. It also helps protect the layers underneath, to keep the warm air inside there. In the summer, it can be worn as a shirt. In the winter, it's that windproof outer. It's a kit carrier because it's where you keep your compass and your notebook, and it's where you keep your gloves and your hat. All of those items can be kept in your windproof smock. So it is, for me, certainly a pretty essential bit of kit. I have several, ones that I've made, ones that I've bought, and ones that I'm using in different environments. So yep, the windproof smock gets a big thumbs up from me. Now, if there is a downside to the windproof smock, it's probably that, well, it is only windproof. Yes, you can get them made in different fabrics. I've got a Ventile one, which is pretty weatherproof, but most just the standard polycotton. The problem comes when it starts to rain, because while they'll keep out a shower, a full-on downpour, they probably won't keep out. But there is a solution out there. You can buy lined windproof smocks that have a waterproof breathable drop liner on the inside. And there's some very good ones out there, particularly the Arctis and the Keeler ones, which are really good items. They are expensive, but they are very, very good. They also, well, they tend to be more of a winter item, because they are, yes, very weatherproof, but they're also quite warm. They're not something you're probably going to wear in the summer, so they tend to be restricted to your winter wardrobe. However, if like me, you tend to wear a smock year round, you don't want that heavy, hot garment in the summer. You still want something that's lightweight, breathable, etc. So, you need some sort of solution. Well, I think I have just the item that you might be looking for, and it's a great piece of Army surplus that not a lot of people know a lot about. And that solution is this. And this little item, well, I had one of these years ago and I didn't think you could get them anymore, but recently I found them, so I thought I'd tell you all about them. But you're probably going to need to be quick, because going by our previous Army Surplus Bushcraft Bargains, things, once I mention them, seem to go fast. So what is this item? Well, all it is a very, very simple bit of kit, and it weighs virtually nothing, and as you can see, it packs up pretty small. And what it is a very, very lightweight little jacket that's made of Gore-Tex, that's breathable, waterproof and windproof. And it folds up small and it fits underneath your smock. So it's basically one of those drop liners, but a separate item, and it's something that you can either button into your jacket or wear as a standalone. Now, when you first get these, they have little buttons to allow you to button them into the smock. So the original smocks had buttons around the inside of the collar, buttons down the front either side of the zip, and they have a couple of little tabs on the ends of the sleeves to allow it to be buttoned into your sleeve. So you button it into the jacket, you then can put the jacket on, and when you take it off it stays in the jacket. And it was originally part of a three-part system. So you had the outer smock, you then had this, which was your waterproof liner for if it was raining, and you also had a pile liner for if it was cold, and you could mix and match those three items. And it's a really good practical little item. And this is that item. Now I've altered mine. I've elasticated the cuffs, I've also put elastic in the base, and I've also added a little zip to go in the front, like so. So I've pretty much got a standalone jacket. But the idea with this is that in the winter, when it's cold and it's wet, or if you get sustained rain, you carry this with you, and it can then go underneath your smock. Doesn't weigh a great deal. It means I can still carry all my stuff in my smock, so my compass, my notebook, etc., they all stay in the pockets. The smock keeps the wind out, keeps the rain out to a degree, but if it does come through, it doesn't matter, because this little item helps keep me dry. And as you can see, they're cut pretty long. That's one of the things with Dutch Army surplus stuff. They tend to be very long in the body, so this was actually, I think, one of their short models. And you can see it comes down pretty low. It covers my backside. It's not plenty long enough in the sleeves, and it is a truly excellent little bit of kit. And there it is on underneath. It's lightweight, you virtually don't even know that you're wearing it. It doesn't come with a hood. If you wanted a hood, you could add one, I guess. What I tend to find is most of my smocks tend to be double lined in the shoulders and the hood anyway, so that does help to keep the weather out. So I'm not that worried about it not having a hood. In use, it's great. It's very quiet. It's not like using a regular waterproof. You know you're protected because the Gore-Tex isn't going to rip or get torn on vegetation, because your smock is there protecting it, and it is a really good item. It's also a very reasonably priced item. I picked this one up for 17 quid, which for a Gore-Tex is pretty good. If I was to go out and buy the Arctis equivalent, or the one by Keeler, I'd be spending several £100. This one, £17, which is pretty reasonable. If you put that with my smock, well, I think this smock was about 25 quid. So for less than £50, you've got a very good year-round waterproof system. Now I know what you're all dying to know. You're dying to know, what is this little item? So I know what you're all dying to know. What actually is this? Where can you get one? What's it called? Etc. Well, it's called a Dutch Army Gore-Tex combat jacket liner. And if you do a search for that, a few results will come up. You'll probably get a couple of hits on eBay. There are a few around. They are also over on the other side of the pond, so if you're one of my American viewers, they are available over there. I got my one from Forces Uniform and Kit, where I tend to get quite a lot of my surplus at the moment. As I said, it was £17 plus the postage, and it's £17 very well worth spent, because, as I said, it gives me that year-round flexibility. I can wear this in the depths of winter and be sure that the weather is kept out. At the same time, in the summer, I go back to using my standard smock as just that, a standard smock. But I also carry the little Dutch Gore-Tex in the bottom of my day sack, just in case. So it's a great item. So there you go, another Army Surplus Bushcraft bargain, and it's an absolute cracker. If you want to get one, I'd get in there fast. Now, if you enjoyed this video, then remember, hit that thumbs up button, and if you haven't already, please like and subscribe to the channel. Down below in the description box you'll find a link to my social media, so Facebook, Instagram, all of those good things. Pop over there, give me a follow too. You'll also find a link down there to the Greencraft shop. Pop over there, you can get myself one of my Greencraft patches, and there's a few other items over there from time to time that I make too, including some of my little puck stoves which are going to be coming up. I'm just about to put a load more of those up, so pop over there, check those out too. Now, future videos coming up, I've got a couple more knife videos. There's an interesting one where I'm going to put something up that is quite expensive against something that is quite cheap, so keep your eye on that. There's also going to be a couple of more kit videos as well as some more skills videos coming out very soon, so keep your eyes on the channel. I think that's everything. I've been Neil, and until next time, stay safe in the woods.